Hello, everyone. This is the Insert Title Show, and I am your host, Wolf Strife. On this episode, I am going to do the introduction to Clive Barker's Jericho. Basically, on this episode, I just kind of want to give you some details on the game and go into the background of the characters and stuff. So, yeah, if you're not really interested in that, then go ahead and hop over to episode 2, where I'll actually be doing the go through on this game. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to do this episode just to kind of give you the background and, just the heads up on this game. Seeing how it's almost Halloween, I kind of figured that I should probably do a horror game. Um, and this one I think is a good pick because basically it has to deal with a lot of crazy shit, as you can tell. Well, basically, the thing with the game is it's kind of deals with Sumerian and biblical time periods and stuff. So I figured, seeing how I've been doing a lot of ancient Egyptian episodes, I think this game will fit right into that. But yeah, basically, the game was designed and written by Clive Barker, who I'm a really big fan of. In fact, after playing this game, when the hell did I do this? I think it was like 2010. Yeah, 2010. It was after I did this game, I actually became a really, really big Clive Barker fan, and I went and bought a couple of his books and really enjoyed those and stuff. Um, but yeah, basically, the story with this game is that when God first started creating things, the earth, the ocean, everything, but right before he created Adam and Eve, he actually created a being called the firstborn. But God kind of made a mistake when he created it because he didn't give it love, he didn't give it a soul or anything. So it was really just this powerful, inhuman, just kind of dark entity. And so God couldn't even kill it. Not that he probably would want to, I guess. I don't know. So basically, what he did was he just imprisoned it where it first came into contact with the earth, basically, where it first set foot on the planet. And so every time since then that basically, whenever bad stuff starts happening on the earth, like a lot of evil and stuff, the firstborn can sense it and tries to escape from its prison by trying to get evil people to let it out, basically. So in the game, we're going to be going through different time periods because each time the firstborn almost gets released, but then is stopped by powerful warriors who are usually using magic and that kind of stuff. Basically, every time they are able to stop the firstborn from being released, the firstborn takes a chunk of our world with it and takes it back to its, prison, basically. So, in order to defeat the firstborn and to keep it imprisoned, we have to go through each time period to get down to the firstborn. Kind of like Dante's Inferno, I guess. You know how we're kind of in that one. Dante's having to go through each circle of hell until he gets to the bottom one where Satan is. It's kind of like that in this one. Basically, the time periods that we're going to go through are, the first one's going to be present, our time. And then the last great evil that struck the earth was Nazism. So we're going back to World War II. Then the Crusades, and then ancient Rome, and then finally ancient Sumeria, which is kind of why I picked this game because of my ancient Egyptian episodes of recent time. So yeah, but yeah, I got all the achievements on this. Yeah, I just really, really love this game. In fact, I actually beat it in one day. I started it, I think, at like 8 o'clock in the morning and just didn't put it down until I freaking beat it. And then the next day I came back and did the grinding episodes or achievements, I mean, episodes. Yeah, I came back and did the grinding achievements, and yeah, it was just a really unique and just a really interesting game. What I liked about it was that it had a lot of historical stuff in it and a lot of biblical history and philosophy, and also it's a horror game. You know, it's a really good combination of historical times and places, biblical stuff, which is pretty unique and rare in video games, and pretty good scary shit too. I mean, it's Clive Barker. I mean, look at this shit. Yeah, I mean, Clive Barker's got a pretty freaky mind, especially when he comes up with monsters and characters and shit. So yeah, it's just a really, really good game. The characters are great, and Clive Barker did a great job writing the game. Like the script is good, the characters are very, very unique, and there's actually a lot of detail around them that I'll show you in a minute. Trying to think what else. But yeah. I mean, it's just a really, really good game. I wish Clive Barker, because I don't think the game sold that well, they're probably never going to make a sequel. And seeing how this came out in, what was that, 2007? So as of recording this, came out 11 years ago. Yeah, they're probably not going to do a sequel. But I wish Clive Barker would do a book series, because this is a really cool, yeah, it's just a really cool subject, and the characters are really cool. And it's just a really, really awesome idea, because basically you are well, the main character is Devin Ross, who kind of looks like me without my beard, which is kind of weird. Um, Basically, he's the commanding officer of a group called Jericho. It's basically a paranormal squad within the United States military that deals with supernatural stuff. And basically, all hell breaks loose, and the government sends in Jericho Squad to take it out. So yeah, I really wish he would continue the series in book form, but man. Clive Barker's going to do what Clive Barker wants to do, I guess. But yeah, anyway, I guess let's get to it. This is a really, really awesome game, and I hope you guys enjoy it. It's going to be fun for me going through it again. I have not been in a horror mood for a while. It's probably been a couple of years, actually, since I even played a horror game. Which is kind of weird, because, I mean, I love horror games. It's one of my favorite genres, so yeah, this should be fun. Codemasters. They're still around making some games. Oddly enough, they're still around too. They made the Castlevania games.
The world as we know it does not exist without struggle. Our civilization is under constant assault from forces we would once have called the powers of hell. In truth, these forces are far more ancient than Christianity. More ancient than any religion that has left its trace upon our species' soul. It is evil incarnate, and it has been working to destroy our highest aspirations, our faith in love and light, since we came into being. But we do not dare name this evil. To do so would be to admit to its presence in our world. To acknowledge that its servants walk the same streets that we walk, and its overlords, depraved, corrupt, and hungry for our flesh and our destruction, are hidden in the empty wastes of our planet, awaiting the day of mankind's execution. Only one power stands between us and universal death. Warrior magicians, who have dedicated their lives to our protection. Most of us will never know their names, nor the battlefields where they wage their secret wars, nor will we ever honor their dead. But they are with us, always, armed, vigilant, and ready to die for another tomorrow. Jericho. They are called Jericho. They know all too well what the enemy is capable of. That before our species perishes, we will be tortured into madness, devoured alive. And They will do all in their power to protect us from such atrocities. If the world exists tomorrow, now you know why. Jericho.
An ancient city emerged from the sands of time, bringing with it the seed of all evil.
Rawlings, Church, Cole, secure the entrance. The rest of you with me.
Still picking up the signal from the Swiss Guard recon squad?
Yeah, but I can't get a lock. Getting close, but there's lots of interference.
That's never a good sign. Hold up.
What in God's name?
The Swiss team. Or what's left of them.
Hey, there's something here.
Okay, pretty crazy. Yeah, it kind of looks like the Heart of Darkness, I guess. Okay. Yeah, so basically before I start the game, I just kind of wanted to give you a little bit of a background here. I mean, there is a ton of information. I mean, Clive Barker, I mean, look at this. I mean, Clive Barker did not mess around when he was coming up with this game. Yep, there's Jericho team. I don't even know where to start. I mean, there's just so much. I mean, I wish I could, like, just show you all this, but this would take, like, half a fucking hour. But yeah, there's Devin Ross, the main character in the game. He's freaking tall, man. Jeez, was that like 6'4"? 37. Yeah, he's an interesting guy. Basically, each member of Jericho has a special ability, or you know, there's just something unique about him that's supernatural. And Devin Ross is a healer. And basically, the way he found out that he was a healer was he was in the army in Afghanistan, and one of his friends got blown up and was dying, and you know, Ross was freaking out and stuff, and trying to help his friend, and then all of a sudden, basically his power came out of his hands and he healed his friend. And naturally he was like, holy shit, what the hell was that? But of course, on the downside, he can't heal himself. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty freaking cool. I mean, that's like Jesus stuff, man. Yeah. But yeah, he's a good main character. Gets a pretty cool gun too. Basically, 5.56 assault rifle with a 12 gauge shotgun underneath. Yeah, that's the thing too. I mean, each one of these characters is, you know, kind of fucked up. They definitely have bad stuff in their past, and I guess that's kind of what brings them here, you know. Shit, even Abigail's taller than me. Yeah. Well, I'm 5'10", so I think that's like 178 centimeters. 79, 179, something like that. Yeah, originally a blonde. Yeah, and I mean, I was watching some other videos on YouTube today about people just doing reviews on this game and stuff. And there was this one guy who was just like, just kind of doing like a 10-minute video. I'm like, dude, look how much freaking information there are on each freaking character. I mean, look at all this. Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna do a 10-minute video on this game. A 10-minute review of this game. And basically, he was only describing the characters in like 3-letter sentences. I'm like, yeah, that's not good enough. Like, I think for Abigail Black, he basically, all he said about her was, she's a lesbian. Then he moved on to another character. I'm like, first of all, one, she's not. It says clearly in her dossier that she has, what was it, repressed feelings for Jones. Let me see. Yep, has repressed romantic feelings for Jones, which is that guy. So I'm like, no, she's not. But, you know, she's just a tough military woman, so naturally, you know, might come across as a lesbian. But, I mean, Delgado, who's this big dude, actually gives her a lot of shit during the game. Just, you know, making lesbian jokes at her expense and stuff. Just kind of funny, but, yeah. He's just giving her shit for no reason. But, yeah, she's interesting because she's a, what is it? Yeah, telekinetic. Basically, she's so powerful with telekinesis that she can move her bullets around. Yeah. And her sniper rifle is actually connected to her nervous system. See that little cable going over her left shoulder? That's actually plugged right into her nervous system. So with that, she's actually able to move her bullets around and stuff. In many ways, she's probably the most dangerous squad member just because she's got an awesome sniper rifle that has a freaking grenade launcher underneath the barrel. And she's also telekinetic, so yeah, she's definitely tough, and she has a pretty bad background. Basically, her father was very abusive and alcoholic and stuff, and he actually burned her face with a hot iron, and I guess she like tattooed over the scar and stuff, so yeah, pretty crazy. And Delgado was like a criminal, basically. Yeah, kind of crazy, but can't remember. Yeah, let's see. Basically, somewhere he came along a fire demon, which is that thing on his right arm, and he made a deal with it because the fire demon is basically a parasite, so it needs a living host to live on. And so he said, all right, you can live on me, but whenever I need you, I'm going to use you. So that's one of his weapons. He can unleash a fire demon on his enemies, and he's also a big freaking dude. He's got a 3-barrel minigun, and he also packs like a Desert Eagle in his left hand. I mean, this guy's, yeah, big stuff. Yeah. Yeah, Billy Church. She's interesting. She grew up in a family of snake handlers in Tennessee. And unfortunately, her father molested her and stuff, so she's definitely got some issues. But she uses blood magic and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And she's also very good with her sword. So yeah, she's a cool character. I think yeah, schizophrenia, and yeah, she's got a lot of issues, and they had to deprogram her to get her out of the cult and stuff. I think it was Father Rawlings who saved her from that. And only Voss and Rawlings knows about her father and stuff, you know, the incest. I think she's in a relationship with Delgado, interestingly enough. Yeah, smallest character with the biggest character. And Jones is a cool guy. Basically, he's kind of like the group's, you know, I guess information guy, but he can also kind of see in the future. He's a seer. Yeah, he's a cool guy, and he's like best friends with Voss. But yeah, he like knows all the ancient languages and stuff. He's like the know-it-all guy. Yeah, so he's definitely gonna come in handy. Now Cole is interesting. Basically, she's a autistic woman who's like a mathematical savant, and she's so intelligent that she actually uses that computer on her wrist there is actually the entire suit. Like her entire suit's this one giant computer. And with that, she's actually able to warp time and stuff, so that basically the only reason why Jericho is able to do this mission is because of Cole. Because what she's able to do is she's able to rip open some kind of space-time continuum thing. And so whenever you run out of bullets, she is able to actually go back in time and bring your bullets to the future back to your gun. It's very complicated, but very, very freaking cool. So you're never going to run out of bullets as long as Cole is with you. I mean, if you need ammo, just tell her and she'll, you know, bring your bullets back to your gun, basically. So, yeah, kind of crazy. And Rawlings is interesting. He's basically our exorcist slash medic chaplain because he's also a healer like Ross. And yeah, he's a cool guy. I mean, he's been there, done that. He knows all of the occult and biblical stuff, and he's also kind of got a dark past. Like when he was a younger priest, he kind of seems like he might have molested some children or something. Not really sure. Yeah, not too sure on that, but he's an interesting character. In fact, there's his ex-girlfriend. We'll meet her later on in the game. Okay, no spoilers, no spoilers. Yeah, there's the firstborn, God's first creation. Yeah. So basically the firstborn's trying to escape and destroy our world, basically. So we have to go in and keep it from happening. Was that the entire squad? Yeah, I feel like we're missing somewhere. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, that's all of them. Yeah, basically why there's 7 members of Jericho is because when the Jews sacked Jericho, the city of Jericho, with the Ark of the Covenant and stuff, there were 7 priests who were carrying the Ark of the Covenant around, and 7 days, 7 horns blowing and all that, so that's why there's 7 members. Yeah, okay, I guess that's it for the introduction. I'll see you guys on the next episode when I actually start playing the game. Till then, take it easy.